So now we can create the body. Go to the outliner, we need to unhide body and body 1 and make sure to hide the head reference images because we don't need them. As I said before, we need to rename the objects in the outliner. This is very important. I'm gonna rename the eyeballs and the head. Click here to add a new folder, double click and rename it body as an example. We can also move the head collection inside the body. In the outliner, click on this icon to hide the head. Select the body collection and we are ready to go. Go with Shift A, Mesh, Cylinder. Bring the vertices down into 8. Hit S for scale, tab to switch to the edit mode, A to select everything and grab this cylinder along the Z axis. S to scale it a little bit. Now hit SZ to scale along the Z axis. Ctrl R and scroll the mouse wheel to increase the number of the cuts into 5. Alt Z to switch to the X-ray mode. Make sure to scale, move or rotate in the front view along the X axis only. And from the side view, move, scale or rotate along the Y axis only. By holding Alt, mouse left click, select this loop, hit SX to scale along the X axis. Or select this one, hit S, click on the middle mouse wheel and choose between one of the 3 axes. We can also scale in a different way, hit T on the keyboard, select the scale tool, and here we go. Of course guys, it's up to you. I like to use the shortcuts for that. In the side view, select this one, middle mouse wheel and choose the Y axis. I think you got it, and now follow the lines for the reference image. In the side view, I need to rotate this loop and this one, just like so. Select the top of the torso, hit E to extrude and scale along the X axis. From the side view, scale along the Y axis. Hit E again to create the neck. Now hit Ctrl R and make a loop cut right there. Select this loop and hit G twice to edge slide. If you follow along this video, you should have the same result that I have. Go to front view, switch to the X-ray mode, select these vertices, X and delete them. Go to modifiers, add modifier, mirror modifier, and don't forget to activate clipping. Hold Alt, select this loop, hit GX to move along the X axis and to make sure that the vertices are stacked together, and do the same thing for the back. 3 on the keyboard to switch to the face select or click on this icon. Hold Shift and select these 4 faces. Go to the front view and hit E to extrude, S to scale, and R for rotate. In the X-ray mode, select these vertices and move them just like so. Guys, it's very important. We need to keep the mesh quad and clean as possible. Select this vertex and move it down just like so. Can you see the shoulder? I think you do. And of course, we switch always between the front and the side view and try to follow the lines for the reference image. Hold Shift, select these 4 faces and push them back along the Y axis. In the vertex select, we need to keep the topology clean. We need to have more vertices right there. To do that, hit K on the keyboard to activate the knife tool and make a cut just like that. Select this vertex, hold Shift, select this one and hit J to connect them. Go to the side view and push the vertices back a little bit just like so. We can go with Shift R to add a support loop cut right there, and make sure to add a support loop cut for the back. Ctrl 1 numpad to switch to the back view, K to activate the knife tool and make a cut just like that. Hold Shift, select this one and this one, J to connect them. As I said before, take your time to keep the mesh quad as possible. So we are ready to extrude the arm. We need to activate an add-on. Add-ons are third-party software which function inside Blender and expand its capabilities. There are many free available add-ons for Blender and many paid add-ons. In this case, we need an add-on which inside Blender. Go to the Edit, Preference, Add-ons and search for Loop Tools. We have to activate this add-on. click here, Save Preference. We can find this add-on with mouse right click, Loop Tools, and here we go. Hold Shift, select all these vertices, hit X and choose Faces because we need to delete the faces only. So this hole is gonna be the arm. How? I will show you. With all these vertices selected, E to extrude, now we need a perfect circle for the arm. Mouse right click, Loop Tools, Circle. And as you see now we have a perfect circle for the arm. In the front view we can hit R twice to fix the rotation a little bit. Hit E to extrude new vertices. We need to repeat the last command, hit E to extrude and follow the lines for the reference image from the side and from the front. Hit Ctrl R to add loop cuts to keep the geometry quad as possible. 3 to go to the face select this face and this one. Hit G twice to vertex slide. Hit I to inset faces as X and scale it a bit. GY to move these faces backward along the Y axis. Hit 2 on the keyboard or click on this icon to go to the edge select. Select this one, hold Shift, select this one and hit F to fill. Ctrl R and add 3 loop cuts about there. Now we need to grab the new loops along the Z axis. Select this one, move it down just like that. In the front view, select these vertices and move them along the X axis. Now we need to follow this line for the hips. Hold Alt, mouse left click, select this loop, E to extrude, hit SZ0 to line up the vertices just like that. Mouse right click, Loop Tools, Circle. When you hit S, these vertices clipping together. Go to Mirror and uncheck Clipping. Now hit S for Scale and activate Clipping again. You can also hit RZ to fix the rotation of the circle. When this loop selected, E to extrude, S to scale, and follow the lines for the reference from the side and from the front. Hit Ctrl R to add a loop cut about there. One more time we need to add a loop cut right there and right there. Also we need to add a support loop cut in this area. Select this vertex and push it back along the Y axis. Select this one and push it forward. Ctrl 1 numpad to go to the back view and move the vertices just like so. We need to add one more loop cut around there. Try to move the vertices freely to get a better look for the hips. Don't forget to go to the side view and push these vertices back just like so. Ctrl R to add one more loop cut there. Push these 3 vertices forward just like so. It's time to activate the knife tool and make a cut like this one. Select this vertex, hold Shift, select this one and hit J to connect them. You can also add one more loop cut about there. Now we have enough geometry to make the path. Make sure to take your time to move the vertices and to find the shape. Don't forget to keep the mesh quad as possible. When you are done, select these vertices and extrude them a couple of times to create the leg. So guys, it's time to create the feet. We can start with the cube, hit S to scale, in the side view scale the cube along the Y axis. Tap to edit mode, Ctrl R to add 3 loop cuts there. Ctrl R again and add 4 loop cuts in the front. Alt Z to X-ray mode and try to follow the lines for the reference image from the side. We can add a loop cut about there. Try to scale the shape from the front view and follow the lines for the reference image. Select this vertex and push it along the Y axis. Select this one and do the same thing. And do the same here. 3 to face select, select these faces, hit X, faces to delete them. We need to add a loop cut about there. This shape looks flat from the side. Try to push the vertices along the x-axis. Select this vertex and push it along the z-axis. Select this one and do the same thing. Hold Alt mouse left click to select this loop. Mouse right click, Loop Tools, Circle. And scale the circle a bit, just like so. Hold Shift, select these 4 vertices, hit M at center. From the back, select these 3 vertices, hit M at center. And now we have the same vertices number for this loop and the loop of the leg. 3 to go to the face select these faces. And now we need to extrude them, as Z to scale them along the Z-axis. Select these faces, push them back, S to scale, Ctrl R to add a loop cut about there. Select this one and move along the Y-axis, S to scale, Ctrl R to add a loop cut there, S to scale. When you are happy with that, select all these faces, hit I to inset faces, and move these faces forward along the Y-axis. Click here and go to the pivot point, select individual origins, hit S for scale, hold Ctrl plus numpad to increase your selection, S again. In the object mode, select the feet, hold Shift, select the leg, and hit Ctrl J to join. So we need to merge the vertices together. I think it's easy for you right now. Select this vertex, hold Shift, select this one, and hit M at center to merge the vertices together. Select this one, and hit Shift R to repeat the last command. And do the same thing for all the vertices around the feet. When you are done, try to find the basic shape like the shape for the knee and the shape for the leg. You make a great job, guys. We are ready to create the hand. Go with Shift A, Mesh, Cube, S for scale, G for grab, just like so. Hit SY to scale along the Y-axis, RZ 90 degrees to rotate, Alt Z to switch to the X-ray mode, SX to scale along the X-axis. Tap to edit mode, Ctrl R to add 3 loop cuts about there. Ctrl R again and add a loop cut right there. In the vertex select, try to make the basic shape for the hand from the side. In the front view, select these vertices and push them along the X-axis. One more time, select these vertices and push them along the X-axis. Hit 3 to go to the face select these faces and scale them along the X-axis. Tap to edit mode, Alt Z to X-ray mode, select these vertices, Shift D to duplicate them, E to extrude and place them just like so. Again, Shift D to duplicate, E to extrude. One last time, Shift D to duplicate, E to extrude. As you see, guys, with separated blocks, we can move, rotate and scale the fingers much easier because they are not connected. In the edit mode, hit L to select this box. And now we can move, rotate and scale this box much easier and follow the lines for the reference image. In this way, you can create the fingers without any problems with the geometry. Now we need to repeat the last process to create the middle finger. I mean Shift D to duplicate, E to extrude and make these separated blocks and place them to create the base shape for the finger. When you are done, 3 to face select, hold shift, select these faces. Hit X faces to delete them. One more time, select this one and this one, X faces. One last time, select this face, this one and this one, X and delete them. 1 to vertex select, hold Alt, select this loop. Now hold Shift, Alt, left mouse click to select this one and this one. Hold Ctrl E, bridge edge loops. Again, hold Shift, Alt, left mouse click, select this one and this one and hit Ctrl E, bridge edge loops. We need to remove this edge, hold X, dissolve edges. Select this one, X, dissolve edges, and delete this one and this one. Hit L to select this finger, Shift D to duplicate, S to scale, and it's gonna be the ring finger. Shift D to duplicate, S to scale, and make the pinky finger. So we need to connect the mesh together. To do that, in the vertex select this one, hold Shift, select these 4 vertices, and hit F to fill them. Once again, select these 4 vertices, F to fill them. And again, this one, and this one, F to fill them. Hold Shift, select these 4 vertices, F to fill them. I think it's easy for you right now. Select these 4 vertices, F to fill them, and do the same thing to fill all the holes. When you are done, select this vertex and this one and scale them along the x-axis. Make sure to do the same thing from the front. Select this one and this one, SX to scale along the x-axis. Hit Ctrl R to add a loop cut about there. Select this edge, G twice to edge slide. In the front view, select this face, hit R to rotate. As you see, I used the same technique that I used to create the nether fingers. Hit Ctrl R and make loop cuts around all the fingers just like that. In the face select all these faces, hit I to inset faces. Go to the front view and hit R to rotate. Hold Shift, select this face, this one and this one. Go to the front view and hit E to extrude. S to scale, just like so. Ctrl R and add support loop cuts on the top, just like so. Ctrl 2 to add a subsurf modifier. In the vertex select this one and this one, hit S to scale. As you see, I tried to create the nails. You can also select these edges, hit N, go to the item, and increase the mean crease a bit to get a sharp look just like that. For now, we are going to delete the subsurf modifier for the hand. Go to face select these faces and delete them. As you see, we have 10 vertices around this edge and 8 vertices around this one. Select this vertex, this one and this one, hit M at center, and now we have the same vertices number for both edges. Select this edge, mouse right click, loop tool, circle, S to scale. Select the hand, hold shift, select the body and hit Ctrl J to join. Tap to edit mode, Ctrl E, bridge edge loops. It's time to add a subdivision surface modifier for the whole body. In the face select, hit I to inset faces and grab the selected faces from the side view just like so. S to scale. It's look weird right now. Don't worry about that. We just need to add support loop cuts to get a better result. Try to fix the shape and move the vertices from each other. Ctrl R to add a loop cut right there. Select these faces, S to scale. We need to add one more loop cut around there. Guys, we have enough geometry to create the chest. You can hit O to activate the proportional editing, move the vertices as you like to get a better result. So guys, that was all about today's video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next week.